Every year, over 500,000 men, women, and children die of cancer in the United States alone. Cancer is commonly linked to harmful exposure to carcinogens like cigarette smoke. It has also been found to be more common in those who are overweight and eat fatty foods. But imagine eating right, staying fit, and still getting cancer 3 times. This is the reality for Travis Hess. Hess was told his days were numbered twice by his doctors, but has still managed to survive. Besides most recently losing his daughter to cancer, Hess has also lost his brother, father, and his uncles to cancer.
So my daughter was the 5th consecutive generation that was diagnosed at a young age. And it's hard to believe. They haven't been able to establish which gene, but they know that they have diagnosed us with the Li-Fraumeni syndrome.
With all of this death around him, you might imagine he'd want to throw in the towel and give up. But Hess is one of the most optimistic people you'll ever meet. Today, Travis Hess is speaking to a group of elementary school students about dealing with the trauma cancer can inflict on families.
It's hard, you're right, it is hard. But you know who controls your attitude? You do. You're the only person that can make yourself sad, and you're the only person that can make yourself happy, no matter how bad it gets. So when that doctor tells you that you have cancer, you can still think positive and be positive. You can make a difference.
Making a difference is exactly what Hess has set out to do with his life. When Hess was diagnosed with a brain tumor 3 years ago, instead of running away from his problems, he started running to train for a triathlon. He did this in an effort to help raise money for families afflicted with cancer. The Hesses are all too familiar with what it's like to have children with cancer.
If you just take it just one day at a time, you know, today we're going to make it through this, today we're going to make it through chemo, you know, today we're going to make it through just them being sick, and just hope that in the end it's going to work, that you're going to be able to still have your baby around. And if that's not how it turns out, then you know, you still have to take baby steps to get through that. But
has your family grown stronger by going through all of this?
I think so.
They know what it's like to spend all of their money to save their child, but in the end lose the battle. After the Hesses lost their daughter, they found themselves bankrupt both emotionally and financially. Then one act of kindness by an anonymous person made a huge difference in their lives.
And it was an envelope. And inside that envelope was a $1,000 check from someone that I still don't know. Someone gave me $1,000 anonymously to help with my daughter's funeral.
And I hope that they know, if they ever are watching this, I want them to know that they're the ones who made it all happen.
What Hess has done is remarkable considering his state of affairs just 5 years ago. At that time, he was broke, downtrodden, but persistent with an idea that he would carry with him until he found sponsors to help make his idea a reality.
Every year, there's families that face this same type of financial challenge where they don't know how they're going to do, how they'll pay for the funeral. And many of them end up not even doing an obituary for their own child, which is, you hear that and it's just heartbreaking. It makes you think, you know, why haven't we done something about this already? We should have been doing something about this years and years ago.
And it was Hess's passion for running and biking that led him to find a way to help other families.
I believed that I could do it. I said, I may be poor, and I may not have a whole lot of money, but I'm going to find a way to help other families that go through this same thing. And so I set up a foundation that Mikkel mentioned, and we raise money by doing triathlons.
Hess both participates in the triathlons and finds volunteers who will participate, all in the effort to raise money for funerals for financially in need families whose children have died of cancer. Well, Travis Hess has used biking and running to stay healthy. The Hess's daughter, Sydney, attributes her apparent victory over breast cancer to just one thing.
Horses.
Horses.
The Hesses recently bought their home with a horse property to accommodate their 2 horses, as well as their dog, who also believes he is a horse. You might think with all the anguish and pain the Hess family has suffered over the years, their relationship could be struggled or grim. But the Hess family is full of joy.
5 horses?
And if they don't have horses, they're more than welcome to come and use ours anytime.
Thus far, the Hess Foundation has helped 6 families with their funeral expenses.